Good morning and welcome to day number 12 of our cruise. Tomorrow they're making us get off because we only paid for one cruise. So the 12th day is tomorrow and that'll be debarkation. But today we have a good sea day. Seas are flat. The temperature, it's mid to low 50s. Good bit of wind coming. But seas are flat. We have a big schedule of activities today. We'll go to the Debarkation Talk later on also. But it's pretty cold out here. I'll go in and show you the waves and the position that the ship is in.
And this will give you a good idea of just how far we've been on this trip. So far we've traveled a distance of a little over 3,300 miles. And even though we have a balcony, we're so far north that, well, you could hardly use it. It's really cold outside. And if I'm going to get dressed up, I'm going to go walk the decks.
So the water slide is continuously going. Even though this whole trip, I haven't seen one person on the water slide, any of the water slides. But the water's flowing through and they're ready. I have it cautioned off right now to keep people out of there, but if somebody wants to, they could probably ride the water slide. A little bit later on today, they'll have somebody man it. And even though it's freezing cold and raining, somebody will be manning it.
And this was a previous employee of the day, but I have to give him a shout out for the ducks that he's always wearing.
So I'm out looking for ducks, and I found my first duck. But it's on his clothes. You see the little micro duck that's right there on the side of his jacket. Fun thing to do early in the morning is walk around. And looking at the pool this morning, it's a calm pool, not a wave pool. So the seas, you know, are calm. This pool, one of the things that they added to it during dry dock was the lift. So they made the ship completely ADA compliant. So they added a chair lift, so if somebody's in a wheelchair, they can get them in the pool and get them out of the pool.
One of the things you can do if you have young kids with you, or you're just young at heart yourself, is the green eggs and ham breakfast. So that's usually on the last sea day.
And you know what today is? Today is green eggs and ham breakfast day. So I could be thing 1 or thing 2. In case you're ever wondering how they make the huero rancheros, you're going to take 2 eggs, put it in the skillet, cook up the 2 eggs. All the other ingredients are on the other side. Baked beans. Next will be a little bit of chicken. A little bit of cheese. And the last thing is put the eggs on top. We won't wait for the eggs to cook. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now number 8, what is the first ingredient listed in a Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie?
Debarkation is a little different in foreign ports, so we decided to go ahead and go to the Debarkation Talk.
A little quick quiz, shall we? Who knows the name of the very first Carnival ship? Make some noise. I think it's called the Mardi Gras Celebration Jubilee Carnival Fun Ship. If you said D, the Carnival Fun Ship, you're wrong. It wasn't that one, no. It was A, the Mardi Gras. Yes, indeed it was. Left the port of Miami on his first ever voyage. 5 minutes later, hit a sandbank and got stuck. Not a good start to a cruise line at all. So they just made every single bar on board complimentary. So guests didn't even realize they were stuck. They just had a great old time on there. That's how we got our slogan. There you go. Again, we are talking about Debark, but that does not mean our vacation is done. Today we have a full via the Carnival Hub app, or you can visit the guest services or Carnival Adventures desk. If you've already booked your transportation directly to the airport, folks, you will see a time on your tour ticket. However, please don't worry, we have to put a time on your ticket. It's just the way that the method works. However, those shuttles will be available. There's plenty of them, and they just fill and go. Next one, fill and go. Next one, fill and go. Kind of like yesterday's shuttle in Scotland. It kind of works just like that. So you don't have to worry about getting the exact same shuttle at the exact same time. They will come and go all morning long for you. Make sense? You can arrange your own transportation, taxi service, etc. Maybe a friend, I don't know. Please do so. It might make things a little bit easier for you tomorrow. If you're on a Carnival adventure tomorrow, if you're going into London to experience a little bit of London before we head off, those transfers will take you automatically to the airport after your experience. You will have to be in the right place at the right time in order for your tours. And that will be usually in the Mad Hatter's Ballroom. That'll all be on your ticket, so please make sure to check that information for you. But just to recap, if you've not made any plans to get to Dover train station tomorrow or your onward journey, I recommend that you kind of try to do so sooner rather than later. If you do want to take the shuttle, by all means, you're welcome to do so, $10 per person. However, again, the wait for those shuttles can be a little bit long if you're getting off with the majority of guests at around 7:30 to 8 a.m., just to let you know. Now, what to do with your luggage, folks? This option is entirely your choice. If you have a reason to get off the ship early tomorrow, early flight, early bus, early train, I recommend that you use the express debarkation option. You will usually be exiting the ship anytime from 5:30, that's early, onwards. But if you can carry all of your own luggage and personal belongings, you will be off the ship early. If you don't want to do any heavy lifting tomorrow, you don't have to. You can take advantage of the jet luggage debarkation, which is more of a relaxed option for you, where you leave your bags outside of your cabin, and we'll take them tonight and we'll pop them inside the cruise ship terminal for you tomorrow, so you don't have to drag any luggage off of the ship with you. Those are your two options with what to do with your luggage. If you want to use our express debarkation option, please be aware that you will have to carry off all of your purchases, all of your personal belongings, and all of your luggage unassisted and unaided. If you can do that, you're just getting luggage and the bag is gone. We actually had this happen 3 cruises ago on the Carnival Fantasy. No, the Carnival Frenzy, my bad, Frenzy. Somebody called up asking for their bag back, had already gone. He had packed every item of clothing into it. He had to take one of Carnival's big blue beach towels, wrapped it around himself, and came down to the gangway with his head held very low. And then he gets told to security, that's Carnival property, it can't be taken off a Carnival ship. And what did that poor man do? He just dropped the towel and he just ran straight past the immigration officer, and she did not stop him. She let him go. And that doesn't usually happen. So he said, excuse me, did you see this man? She said, yes, it's okay. There wasn't much to declare. You just make sure that you go, I know. Don't look like this tomorrow, folks. This is the main message here. Don't look like that. Leave clothes underwear tomorrow. Now, we've talked about scheduling your debarkation.
Next, we'll have some of the more interesting questions that our cruise director, Gary, has received over the year.
Gotta love the Caribbean cruises, folks. More than likely, yes. How small does your face have to be for the mini facial? Not quite how that works, but there you go. Which elevator do I take to get to the front of the ship? It's not how they work, but maybe in the future that would be pretty cool. Can I change cabin? I paid for the ocean view and all I see is the car park. We'll fix that problem as soon as we set sail for you, folks, I promise. We're here to help. Is that fresh or salt water in the toilet? Who cares? I don't know. Well, I'm going to find out for you, that's for sure, but there it is. I have an outside cabin. Will I get wet if it rains?
On Journey Cruises, they usually have lectures. Today's lecture, the Immortal Jellyfish.
At the end of this lecture, the infinite life of the immortal jellyfish. Somebody raised their hand, they're like, yeah, how long do they live for? I'm sorry, what? And everybody started to laugh. I was like, okay, maybe he fell asleep. Maybe he just got in. Let me give him the benefit of the doubt. Until, no, he was really there. And he was just like, oh yeah, right. Okay. But yeah, so that is the stupidest question I've ever heard. They can be found in pretty much any ocean. They didn't start in every ocean, but now you can. And they are biologically immortal, which means that technically you can't eat them, you can't kill them, and they will die. But if you let them be, they will live on forever, as far as we know. So, leaving you on that, you have a distribution of all the jellyfish. You can find them absolutely anywhere. You go into the ocean, there is a chance you might get stung.
I've heard so many different answers to this question, and I know I've heard as low as 12 and I've heard as high as 60, but how many kids did we have under the age of 18 on this ship? Because like I said, I know it's more than 12 because that, you know, I can count them, you know.
Yeah.
More than 12, but
yeah.
So what was the exact number?
We had 12 like under 8s, I believe. 12 under 8s. But I think in total, 18 and under, probably about 45. I would say about 45. I'll give you the exact number right after the Q&A session, but the last time I checked, it was around about the 45 to 46 mark, but only 12 under 8s, which is insane. So we had a big green eggs and ham breakfast this morning for about 19 guests. Me all the way from Atlanta. Got that there.
So is the dance you're teaching later today the one you were doing down by the dockside yesterday?
Did anyone see that? Did anyone see? I know, oh my goodness. So funnily enough, the music that was playing is actually my dad's Ceilidh band. So he's in a Scottish Ceilidh band, and that was his music that we were playing because, you know, rights, but luckily I basically own it. So yeah, it was my dad's band that was playing, and that was called A Gay Gardens, and it's a very traditional Scottish Ceilidh dance. We always start our Ceilidhs usually with this dance, and obviously we were surrounded by Scots people yesterday, so she knew it. I could see that she was kind of jigging along, so we grabbed her and took her for a wee spin. It was great.
Next, we'll try our luck at bingo. This time we did not win, but we have won several times on the ships playing bingo, and it's always fun. I think now it's up to like $48 for a big bingo package, and they typically play 3 games of bingo per session.
If this is a good claim to bingo, the hands go in the air and they wave like they just don't care. So here we go. Let's see in 3, 2, 1. It is a good claim to bingo. All right, and now, who do we have there, Shy?
Is it Michelle? Make some noise, Michelle. Michelle, where are you from?
And the last game of bingo is typically a blackout game. And here you can see the B10 ball lit up. If you get bingo on that particular ball, they double the prize. And in this case, it's for $5,000. So this game of bingo, if you get bingo on B10, you win $5,000.
1. It is a good claim to bingo. Woo, woo. Fabulous, fabulous. Now y'all, we will put those bingo balls back up on the screen so you can double check that bingo pattern. Make sure you haven't missed any of those balls up there. It is easier to look at the ones not called and check from there. Otherwise, we are closing out this game, and we've got my 2 housekeeping friends there at the back, so please bring those cards to them as you exit. Now, we have to close it out, so here we go with bingo going once, bingo going twice, bingo going 3 times. This game is closed. And John, you were walking away with $300. Congratulations.
And on some of the other videos I made, you may have heard me talking about redeeming gift cards. Well, it's pretty easy. They're as good as cash on Carnival ships. I get gift cards sometimes at work for doing a good job or different rewards. I'll take gift cards because I know it's as good as cash. I also bought a lot of gift cards from AARP whenever that they had sold them at a 10% discount. So I bought like $5,000 worth of gift cards knowing that eventually I'd use it. You could pay for your cruise or any of the stuff on the ship Or you could pre-purchase excursions or Wi-Fi or anything like that before a cruise. So it was always a good way of saving 10% off of whatever that I'm charging. And as you can see here, I'm entering in one of those gift cards right now. It was probably just a little bit on it. It looks like it has $94 on it. It's been used, so no need to try to copy the numbers down. It's not worth anything. But here you can see where I subtracted that from the total that I owed. So instead of charging to my master charge, the Carnival MasterCard, it just went to a gift card. And on the way to the Diamond and Platinum party, my wife found her first duck, a little micro duck. And if you ever watch our videos, you'll notice that a lot of times we skip the Diamond and Platinum party because the only real thing that's good here is the free drinks. They give away a few prizes, but mainly we go for the free drinks.
Baby, baby, don't leave me, girl, don't you go. Oh yes, and to our 346 Diamond members that are sailing with us this cruise. Diamond members, hooray! It is so amazing. We have Vinoff, our finance director, Marvin, our housekeeping manager, Parveen, our food and beverage director, Kinley, our environmental officer, Suhas, our beverage manager. We have Duncan, your hotel director. And by no means least, folks, we have not just the finest, not just the friendliest, but the most handsome captain on the 7 seas. Please welcome the master of the vessel, Captain Pero Krivicic.
Thank you, Gary. I still think you need to have your eyes checked. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to your party. Thank you for
5 years old, sailing with us, like the only 2 kids on board, apparently. 5 years old and already made it to platinum levels. So we want to recognize Julian Gomez and Zyvan Heller. Carnival, Festival, Tropical, Holiday, Jubilee, Celebration, Fantasy, Ecstasy, Sensation, Fascination, Imagination, Inspiration, Destiny, Elation, Paradise, Triumph, Victory, Spirit, Pride, Legend, Conquest, Glory, Miracle, the Valor, Liberty, Freedom, Splendor, Dream, Magic, Breeze, Sunshine, Vista, Horizon, Sunrise, Panorama, the new Mardi Gras, Radiance, Luminosa, Celebration, Valencia, Frenzy, and the Jubilee. Wow, that is incredible, folks.
And tonight we have a totally different group of servers. And again, I forgot the menus. I erased them by accident. But I can tell you, that was me with the shrimp cocktail and me with the, I think it was an alligator bite. So that was me. And you know that's me with the Caesar salad. And Cheryl, she had the chicken onion soup, I think is what it is. So I think that's hers. I had the prime rib. Got to be me. And Cheryl, well, she had some sort of salmon encrusted dish. Don't know the exact name of it, but she liked it. This is the baked Alaska. That would be Cheryl. And I know good and well, this is me. Warm chocolate melting cake, Mickey Mouse. And our employee of the day today has to be Reggie, our server tonight. He went out of his way making sure that we're happy. And don't worry, we'll let Reggie go join the fun squad as they sing to us our final song.
Everything's so lonesome, you could cry. So wake me and smile for me. Tell me.
And if you've never been to a love and marriage show, you got to try it. You never know what's going to be said at this show.
So for our last show on the ship, we're going to watch the love and marriage show. Not sure how much of this that we could record or can record, but we'll see a little snippet of it maybe.
Pop down your best guess if you don't know. All right. With that being said, folks, let's play the Love and Marriage Show. Feel free to play along out there too. Here we go with question number 1. We're going to start off nice and easy. Rate your first.
And after the show, well, it's time to go pack. In the morning, we have to get off the ship. So we've got to go pack everything and be ready to leave first thing in the morning. Well, I say first thing. Our flight doesn't leave till 4, so we're going to drag our feet a little while and be the last off the ship.
And today's the dreaded day that we have to get off the ship. They're kicking us off. But Dover's a pretty exciting place to be kicked off at. We spent time here before the cruise, so now it's just get on the plane and get home. So our next stop, London Heathrow. We have the Carnival bus taking us to the airport this time, so Carnival bus taking us to the airport. So we walked out and walked directly onto a bus. No waiting. And the bus is pretty crowded.
Oh yeah.
So next stop, Heathrow. The bad thing about arriving at the airport so soon, you can't drop your bags off. Apparently for international flights, you can only drop your bags off 3 hours before the flight leaves. So that means we can't drop our luggage off until 1 o'clock. And well, we got here at 9 o'clock. So that's several hours that we got to sit around with our bags waiting to drop them off. Our flight isn't even on the board yet. Yeah, our flight isn't until 4:05. Now a 3-hour wait until we get on the plane. Oh, see you later.
And hopefully you enjoyed our 3 days before the cruise, and then a 12-day cruise which included stops in Iceland, Scotland, and, well, Ireland. And if you did like it, stay tuned because we're going back again next year. But till then, we have a few more adventures planned out. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.